And I've kind of developed a framework, which I like to refer to as levers.
How do you or your brand stand out from the crowd and get attention?
So this is basically what I'm often accredited being the best at, is growth hacking. So figuring out what are the mechanisms of growth. So through books like the Growth Hacker Marketing, which I just mentioned, I've kind of developed a framework, which I like to refer to as levers. So any sort of system has levers that you can pull. The harder you pull those, the more risk you have of breaking the lever and then ending the game. So if you look at Instagram, right? So say if you are starting a new account on Instagram, there's only so many ways to let people who aren't following you know about your account. You can, for example, comment on someone's picture, you can like their post, you can follow them, you can show up in a hashtag search. There's only like around 10 or so ways that you can make yourself known to someone who doesn't know about you. Then it becomes a game of, what are my levers? How hard can I pull them? And what are the limits? And then applying that thinking to every sort of platform.
Okay.
And then the other thing would be understanding where the underpriced attention is. So one big gamble I took when was this, 2017? So originally I started with a self-hosted site. But then around 2017, I moved my entire publication over to Medium. Now, Medium is basically like the Instagram for long-form written content. And that was a huge gamble because basically I was giving up full control of the site myself.
Right.
But it was like, I guess, living in a share house of other like quite advanced people. Though, if you can imagine the serendipity that come with living with 4 other entrepreneurs, this is like what that kind of petri dish would lead to. And what ended up happening is Medium, because it's this semi-large Silicon Valley tech company, has really, really good on-page and ranks really, really well in Google. So I've been able to systematically rank in the top 5 for all of these local areas, and that's exploded my traffic.
But your traffic, you're not able to pull back to a personal website anymore.
Well, that is my personal website.
Okay.
So I got in back when you could still have custom URLs for Medium. So my website is just donnykimball.com. So that's my entire web presence right now.
Wow.
So I publish there, but I get to easily show up where people are actually looking for information, which is on social and in search.
Wow. Okay.
And then also Medium has its own built-in audience as well. So that also adds to kind of what I would get just through organic search as well.
And have you seen a dip in the numbers? Or I hear a lot of talk about, even Seth Godin has mentioned, like, the future is no longer in blogging and, YouTube and audiovisual, and that is where we're heading.
So it depends. I mean, at the end of the day, there's only really 3 different ways, and this is a Gary Vee thing, but there's 3 ways you can tell your message. You can do it via audio, like podcasting. You can do it via video, or you can do it via the written word. I don't think those 3 are going away, which is the current model is going to change. I think, for example, stateside, we're totally seeing the renaissance of audio right now. Even most YouTube videos, like, for example, Joe Rogan stuff, even if they have the video on and have YouTube open, they probably have it in a background tab and looking at something else.
Right.
The ability of audio to allow you to do something else while you're actually engaging with learning or just relaxing, just like a comedy or whatever, is quite freeing. But is for the written word going away? No, I don't think so. I think the era of people going to a blog regularly is over, yes. The era of people coming across good content that has been curated by Google or shows up and is shared on social, no, that's not over.
Yeah, they're still always going to be searching and looking for something.
And that's the other thing about a platform like Medium. When people are on Medium, they're in the mindset of reading content. They don't open that app or go to that site unless they're looking to read long-form content. Just as with YouTube, you don't open YouTube unless you're going to look at video content.